The tension between me and the HOA president had been building for months. Every time I stepped outside, it felt like a confrontation was brewing. For years, the HOA had imposed ridiculous rules, trying to control every minute aspect of our lives. From how we maintained our lawns to the color of the fences, their reach was relentless. I had always been compliant, but this time, they crossed a line. It all began when the HOA decided to fine me for an unapproved modification to my yard. I had simply installed a small garden gnome, a harmless decoration that brought a bit of cheer to my front yard. But to them, it was a violation of their inflexible rules. When the notice came, I was furious. I had had enough of their petty authoritarianism. This was the tipping point. I decided to confront the HOA president, Mrs. Thompson, at the next board meeting. She had always been condescending, acting like she was above everyone else. As I walked into the meeting, she greeted me with that smug smile I had grown to despise. The room fell silent as I stood before her, ready to speak my mind. I refused to pay this fine, I declared, making it clear that I wasn't going to let them bully me any longer. The president was visibly flustered. Her face turned red as she tried to justify the ridiculous rules. But I wasn't backing down. "I've lived here for years without causing any problems," I continued. "And now you're fining me for something as trivial as a garden gnome? This is absurd." The room was dead quiet, everyone waiting to see how she would respond. That's when the police officer, who had been quietly observing the situation, finally spoke up. "Mrs. Thompson," he said, his voice calm but firm, "I've been called here to enforce peace, not HOA regulations. There's no law against garden decorations." The president's face drained of color. She stammered, clearly caught off guard. I stood my ground, knowing that this time I wasn't going to let her push me around. As the officer walked out, leaving her to stew in her frustration, I couldn't help but feel a sense of triumph. The HOA president had been taken down a peg, and I had stood up for my rights. The officer's priceless reaction was the cherry on top. Her authority crumbled, and mine was solidified.